peace, and power. Welcome to another episode of Imam Isa Mateen and the Resistance. Hello, my fellow resistors. This station is for people who are resistant to the propaganda, resistant to the being fooled, and this is for people who think on their own, who study, research, and refuse to be spoon fed. Today, this is part three of how to build an Islamic school in America, how to establish an Islamic school versus a Muslim school. And as we said in parts 1 and 2, a Muslim school is good. It's a good environment, but it is basically, its fault is that it's basically a public school with some Islamic classes. So, an Islamic school, as we said in parts 1 and 2, is different. So, this is part three. Part three is to establish an Islamic school, you have to teach the students not how to get a job, but how to build an Islamic infrastructure. And understand something. When we say an Islamic infrastructure, a truly Islamic infrastructure, a truly or historic, as history has shown, an Islamic infrastructure is not exclusive. It doesn't mean only for Muslims and we shut everyone out and we isolate ourselves. No. A true Islamic society, a true Islamic infrastructure includes non Muslims and it takes care of, educates non Muslims. Check your history. So the students, when they leave an Islamic school, they're not looking for a job. They're looking to build society, to build recreation centers, to build hospitals, universities, to manufacture, farming, television stations, and they're going to establish the institution of zakat. Zakat. Zakat is the divine economic program for prosperity and anti poverty. The Muslims haven't established that. It is a divine God sent, Allah sent an economic program to abolish poverty called zakah. Who's running it? Who knows how to run it? The Muslim school will teach that. Zakah is not welfare. It's not welfare. Zakah empowers people. It unites the rich and the poor. So an Islamic school is going to show the students how to build a society, not just merely assimilate, get a job, and then maybe live comfortably. No, an Islamic school is teaching the students to build a new society. And then the people will see the alternative. They will see the society that we have on one hand, and on the other hand, they'll see the society built by those who follow the true teachings of Islam, and then they can make a choice. And then people will see which one is superior. Building the Islamic infrastructure is job creation on steroids. Right? It is extreme living wage creation. It's prosperity because If you leave the Muslim school and there's no infrastructure, then what do you do with that, with all that you learned? What did you do? What are you going to do? There's nothing to do but assimilate. An Islamic school builds societies. It builds everything that a society needs. If you don't have an Islamic school and you just have a public school or you just have a Muslim school, then it's like you're just working to build someone else's society. You're just working to build a society that we see, which is in distress. Society is in distress. Here in Philadelphia, the people are traumatized. The people are traumatized here in Philadelphia and other cities. And when I say traumatized, when you just look at, for instance, the high murder rate, every single time there's a murder, and there's hundreds of them each year, every single time there's a murder, it involves usually young people. So now what happens when a young person is murdered? His school is affected, they're traumatized, the entire school. Hundreds of students are traumatized. The entire neighborhood in which he lives is traumatized. The neighborhood in which the murder occurred is traumatized. People hear about the murder throughout the city and they're traumatized. And multiply that by 300 a year, 400 a year, and the year before it was 500. Multiply that. How many traumatized people are there walking around in this city? People who really are in need of therapy. That's why we need Islamic schools to build a new society, a new infrastructure. Stay tuned for part 4 on how to establish a truly Islamic school. Until then, peace and power.